All right, guys, so welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon, if you guys are new around here, and the rental business, we'll talk about it here the past couple months, how it's been going. Things have been all right, I guess. January was really slow. It was one of my slowest months yet. I just rented my dump trailer out one day, and that was it. And that was the only rental I had for January, actually, so I didn't make any money at all. Actually, lost a ton of money. So February went a lot better. I rented a dump trailer out in the beginning of February, and then I didn't rent nothing out until the last 2 weeks of February. And then the last 2 weeks, I've been nonstop ever since. We just started renting the excavator out, rented the little mini backhoe out, and the dump trailer's been renting out like crazy. The dump trailer's actually been the top earner the past month, the month of March. So it's been going pretty good. Hopefully it keeps going the way it is. So far here in March, we've rented out stuff a pretty good bit, and it is probably more than likely going to be my best month of renting equipment out since I've been in business, which is kind of surprising. But so far I've made a good chunk of change for the month of March, and it's looking like it could be the best month I've had so far as rentals go. We're hoping to add some more equipment here soon. If things go as planned, I've not added anything else new here lately other than like a bucket, and I did buy a used equipment trailer to haul equipment around on, and the plan was to kind of rent the trailer out also with the excavator and the backhoe to let people pick it up themselves and haul it, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. We'll see as time goes on. So like I said, I bought that bucket there. That's a 3-foot grading bucket for the little Kubota U17 here. Got the Kubota U17 up in the air because I had a skid plate on the bottom there. I took that off because mud builds up on top of the skid plate up underneath there, and you can't get all that mud out unless you take the skid plate off. So we took that off. I sprayed the skid plate off. Now I got to bolt it back on. Got my final drive covers off here. It was pretty dirty in behind those, and we got to put those back on too. Here's the little equipment trailer. It's nothing fancy. It's just an old trailer. Needs repainted. Needs light work. Some new wiring for the lights and the brakes done on it. I think it's like something like 6 feet wide or something. I'm not real sure on the exact dimension how wide it is, but it's 12 foot long. The deck, it works perfect for that little mini or that little backhoe I got loading it up on here. The backhoe will probably kind of hang off the back here in between the ramps. I haven't actually hauled the little backhoe on. I've hauled the mini on it a few times, but it has some decent tires. The wheels, they're kind of all rusted up and stuff, but it's a heavy little trailer. It's rated for 10,000 pounds, so I could actually probably haul a skid steer on it too. But I'm kind of debating on just fixing a few things on it and selling it and getting rid of it, because I think I'm going to switch from the electric brake systems to the surge brake systems, and we'll talk a little bit more about that on the dump trailer here. So the dump trailer is actually not here right now. It's rented out, but what I was talking about on the small equipment trailer here, switching from the electric brake system to the surge brakes. And if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure the surge brakes, they work off of your hitch. Basically, when you hit your truck brakes, the hitch slides in on the trailer and it activates your brakes. It's almost like it works kind of like a brake pedal in a vehicle, I guess is the easiest way to describe it. Somebody else might be able to describe that a little bit better down in the comments, but it kind of helps save your trailer tires a little bit better. The problem I'm having with my dump trailer is people renting it and they don't adjust their brakes right, and they bring the trailer back with flat spots on the tires. So I haven't really been charging for nothing like that yet, but I'm going to really have to start cracking down, put some new tires on the dump trailer, and I'm going to have to start doing inspections and taking pictures and making the people look at them before they take off out of here, dragging my trailer out. And we're going to have to make sure the tires have no flat spots or anything like that. And I'm going to tell them that if they bring the trailer back with flat spots on the tires, they're going to probably be financially responsible for new tires because it just trashes your tires whenever you get flat spots. I got an example right here of one of my dump trailer tires that's got flat spots on it. So this is an example of one of the tires. The tread looks okay. I mean, it skips spots where the tread's kind of worn down, and it's all because of this right here, this flat spot where my trailer brakes have been locked up so much. See if we can give you a little bit of a better view here. You can kind of see how they lock it up and get that flat spot on there. Then your trailer tire starts bouncing and it wears a bunch of bumps or humps or whatever you want to call it on your tire. So you can see how the tread pattern is real wavy as I'm rolling it around. So just pretty much junks your tire because you can see the wires and stuff showing here. So how to take this tire off, because that's a big liability there if that tire was to blow. So I need to go get a new tire and put on this wheel. And let me tell you something, if you've bought tires here lately, they're not very cheap. Those tires there are the cheap tires. If you order them offline or something, or maybe to go to like trailer shops, you can get them for like $75. But as far as going to like a tire shop or something, they want like about $170 for that tire, which includes mounting and balancing it. But still, I'll probably order a few of those cheap tires offline, and I'm just going to start writing something up in my contract of people's going to have to replace the tires or pay for new tires if they put flat spots on them. And also another thing is I'm really going to have to crack down on charging people for dirty machines on my Mini, because I've got way too much time and way too much money in my water bill and just time of me cleaning it in this Mini. It's just, I've been pretty lenient on how dirty I let people bring it back, but it's just too time consuming and I'm getting too much time wrapped up in it. So I'm going to have to get a little bit stricter on bringing the Mini back a little bit cleaner than what it has been, because if anybody knows, if you've been power washing dirty equipment, especially this time of year, I mean, you can't keep nothing out of the mud because it's just, everything's wet and it's been cold and rainy and it's just that time of year. But I'm going to have to get better at charging people for dirty machines, because it's been coming back a lot dirtier than what I want it to be. And it just takes a lot of time out of my day. Then a lot of times I don't have time to hardly spray it off because of my work schedule or the weather. I mean, it's just freezing cold outside and it's just kind of rough. But right now, I think we're going to go ahead and put our cover back over our final drives and our skid plate on there real quick. Alright, so I did splurge a little bit. I bought me one of these Milwaukee Impacts, a battery powered, and one of the best investments that I've ever bought. This thing is so handy. I don't know how I lived so long without one. The old skid plate's looking a little bit rough. It's kind of rusty. I believe, let's see what side is which. Okay, so this is the bottom here, but she's got some dents in her. It's been running over some rocks and stuff. That side there, that's where all the mud and stuff kind of sits on top. It's real rusty, and it's just hard to clean unless you want to drop the skid plate all the time. I need to probably wire wheel it and paint it up, but we'll get to that another time. The old Milwaukee Impact sure is handy, but you can sure twist some lug nuts off with it pretty easy. I found that out the hard way. So we got the skid plate back on there and the guards for our final drive on both sides. I know it's not safe being under there with it up in the air like that, but it just makes it 10 times easier to put that skid plate up there, because with it just sitting on the ground, I have no room, and I know I should put something underneath it, some blocks or something, but I didn't. So I will next time. So I think one big investment I want to make here before I get too many more pieces of equipment, or at least sometime this year, is I need to get me a wash pad built. I used to wash a lot of stuff off here, but kind of really don't want to do that because I was making a mess in the driveway with some mud and stuff, and it was kind of covering up my gravel, and it was just making a mess. And also, I don't want to just spray mud off this concrete right here anymore because I just put some gravel in here and built this up so I could park truck and trailer over here kind of out of the way of the driveway because I don't have a whole lot of room. My driveway's not very big, but I'm thinking about maybe pouring me a wash pad somewhere over here, and that way I can spray my equipment off on the wash pad because it's just so much easier to get your equipment clean when it's on concrete or something, and versus on the dirt or something like that, because it seems like you're just constantly fighting mud and stuff. And then when you set your piece of equipment down or something after you get done washing it, or if you got to drive off or track off of where you was washing it in the dirt or the mud or the grass or whatever it was, you just get your tracks or your tires all muddy and dirty, and it's not a good way to get a machine clean. And something else I kind of want to invest in is hot water pressure washer, so I can get my grease sprayed off of my machines, because I'm getting a lot of grease built up, and it's just there's grease getting everywhere, and the dirt sticks to the grease, and it's just hard to get it clean. So this is kind of some of the stuff I'm talking about as far as the grease goes. But this grease, it needs cleaned up. It's getting messy. You can see grease splatters everywhere, all up in here, there, all up the arm. There's grease splatters everywhere, and I can't hardly get it clean with just the regular old power washer that I got. Machines are getting messy, so definitely going to have to invest in a hot water pressure washer. So I want to go ahead and hit this excavator up with some grease and my little backhoe, and we'll set this excavator back down on the ground. And I think we're pretty much going to wrap this video up here. I hope you guys liked it. If you got any questions or anything, leave them down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And hopefully we got some exciting updates on the next video, and hopefully it doesn't take me too long to post another video. I know it went kind of a long time without posting anything there, but I've just been busy, and it's usually dark when I get back home and when I'm picking up equipment and things like that. So it's kind of hard to record every now and then when just seems like I'm always in a rush and trying to hurry up and pick stuff up and drop it off and wash it off and grease it up, and sometimes it just gets a little time consuming. But if you guys like this video here, give me the big thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.